Beamy 25-year-old female. Always been hardcore feminist. Believe women are oppressed by patriarchy. Constantly posting about believing all women and supporting survivors. Whenever I hear about custody battles, automatically assume father is the problem. Men probably abuse their wives and now cry about losing their kids. Match with this guy Ryan on Bumble about 8 months ago. He's 31, works as software engineer. Seems sweet but kind of guarded. Profile mentions he has 6-year-old son, but very brief about it. Assume he's probably typical deadbeat dad with weekend custody. Meet Ryan for drinks, immediately notice how careful he is with words. When I ask about his son, Ethan, Ryan's whole face lights up. Talks about kid with genuine love, but seems nervous discussing details. Mentions he has Ethan as much as legally possible, which sounds weird. Ask about his ex-wife. Ryan gets uncomfortable and changes subject. Figure he's probably hiding something bad about their divorce. Red flags going off because of his evasiveness about family situation. Start dating Ryan regularly. He's incredibly sweet and thoughtful, always punctual, remembers everything I say, treats me amazingly well, but still won't open up about his past or custody arrangement. Takes months before he even suggests I meet Ethan. Explains that he's very protective about who he brings around his son. Finally meet Ethan after we've been together about 5 months. Kid is absolutely adorable, polite, clearly adores his father. Ryan is incredible with him, patient and loving, but sets clear boundaries. Notice Ethan seems almost anxious about something though. Keeps asking Ryan questions like, "Is mommy going to be mad? Are you sure it's okay that she's here, Daddy?" Ryan reassures him constantly, but I can tell something's off. Start spending more time with them when Ryan has custody. Ethan gradually opens up to me, such a sweet, intelligent kid, but sometimes says concerning things about his mother. Mommy says Daddy doesn't really love me. Mommy cries when I talk about Daddy. Ryan always redirects these conversations gently, but looks pained. One day Ethan asks me, "Are you going to leave Daddy like everyone else?" Ask Ryan what he means by everyone else. Ryan explains that women tend to lose interest when they learn about his situation. Most can't handle the drama and complications from his ex. Still won't tell me specifics about what kind of drama. Starting to think Ryan might be hiding history of abuse or violence. Confront him about being evasive regarding his marriage and divorce. Ryan finally opens up after I threaten to end relationship. Tells me his ex-wife Sarah made false domestic violence allegations during divorce. Completely fabricated stories about him being physically abusive. Never laid a hand on her, but couldn't prove negative in the court. Court automatically believed her claims and gave her emergency custody. Ryan lost access to Ethan for 6 months while allegations investigated. Spent his entire savings on lawyers fighting false charges. Eventually cleared of all accusations when Sarah's story fell apart. But damage was already done to his reputation and custody case. Still only gets Ethan 3 days a week despite being proven innocent. Sarah uses those false allegations to justify limiting his access. Feel terrible for doubting Ryan and not believing his story initially. Exactly the kind of situation I always dismissed as men making excuses. Start paying attention to Sarah's behavior during custody exchanges. She acts sweet and concerned in front of others, but makes subtle threatening comments to Ryan when she thinks nobody's listening. Remember what happened last time you didn't cooperate. Wouldn't want another investigation, would we? Realize she's using false allegations as ongoing threat to control him. Ryan pays massive child support, plus extras to keep Sarah happy. Not because court ordered it, but because she demands compliance. Threatens to make new false reports if Ryan doesn't give her money. Ryan complies to protect his relationship with Ethan. Watching this dynamic makes me sick to my stomach. Sarah has weaponized domestic violence accusations for personal gain. Exactly the kind of behavior that hurts real abuse victims. Start documenting Sarah's manipulative behavior whenever possible. She constantly violates custody agreement, but Ryan afraid to report it. Any complaint from him gets twisted into him being controlling. Sarah schedules activities during Ryan's custody time without permission, then tells people Ryan doesn't support Ethan's interests when he objects, creates impossible situations where Ryan looks bad no matter what. One weekend, Sarah shows up 3 hours late for custody exchange. Ryan misses planned activities with Ethan, but doesn't complain. When I suggest he document the violation, he explains the risks. Last time I complained, she said I was harassing her. Do you want me to lose even more time with my son? Realize that false accusers often get away with ongoing abuse because victims are too scared to report subsequent problems. Attend one of Ethan's soccer games, watch Sarah's performance, acts like devoted single mother struggling with difficult ex-husband, tells other parents how hard it is to co-parent with someone like Ryan, implies he's dangerous without directly saying anything actionable. Other parents give Ryan suspicious looks and avoid talking to him. Sarah has poisoned entire community against him with subtle implications. Ryan sits alone at games while Sarah gets sympathy and support. Watch her enjoy the attention and victim status she's created. Start talking to Ethan more about his time with his mother. Kid reveals disturbing information about Sarah's behavior. She brings different men around constantly, some overnight. Leaves Ethan with babysitters most weekends while she parties. Tells Ethan that daddy doesn't really want him around. Constantly asks leading questions about what happens at Ryan's house. Does daddy ever get angry? Does he yell at you? Clearly fishing for ammunition to use against Ryan in court. Ethan loves his father, but feels guilty about enjoying their time together. Sarah has convinced him that being happy with daddy hurts mommy. 6-year-old shouldn't have to carry that emotional burden. Decide to do some investigating on social media about Sarah. Discover she's been posting constantly about being an abuse survivor. Gets tons of sympathy and support from online feminist communities. Shares articles about domestic violence while positioning herself as expert. Never mentions that allegations were investigated and disproven, using false victim status to build personal brand and get attention. Find posts where she hints about writing book about surviving abuse. Planning to profit from lies that destroyed innocent man's reputation. Also discover she's been dating multiple men simultaneously. Posts photos with different guys while claiming to be single mother. Clearly using victim narrative to manipulate men into relationships. Some of her exes comment about her being crazy and manipulative. Pattern suggests Ryan wasn't her first victim of false allegations. Bring this information to Ryan, who's not surprised. Explains that Sarah has history of dramatic relationships. Always positions herself as victim when things go wrong. Ryan stayed with her, hoping she'd get help for her issues. Tried couples counseling, but Sarah just used sessions to gather ammunition. Left when he realized she was becoming dangerous to their family. Sarah's false allegations were retaliation for him ending marriage. She'd rather destroy him than let him be happy with someone else. Start understanding why Ryan was so guarded about his situation. Most people automatically believe women's accusations, regardless of evidence. Society has created a system where false accusers face no consequences. While innocent men's lives get completely destroyed, Ryan lost friends, job opportunities, and relationship with his son. All because vindictive ex-wife decided to weaponize domestic violence claims. Watching Ryan's situation completely changes my perspective on believe all women. Realize that false accusations do happen and cause serious harm, not just to accused men, but to real abuse victims who get discredited. Sarah's behavior makes it harder for actual survivors to be believed. Also understand why some men are afraid of dating and marriage. One vindictive woman can destroy man's entire life with false allegations. Legal system offers no protection for innocent men once accused. Even when cleared, stigma and suspicion follow them forever. Relationship with Ryan teaches me that feminist narratives aren't always accurate. Women can be abusers and manipulators just like men. Sometimes believing all women means enabling female abusers. Need to focus on supporting actual victims regardless of gender. Ryan's story makes me question other situations I automatically judged. How many other men have been falsely accused and dismissed? How many children are being used as weapons in custody battles? System designed to protect women can be exploited by manipulative people. Start advocating for due process and fair treatment for all accused. lose some feminist friends who think I'm betraying the sisterhood. But helping innocent people matters more than ideological purity. Ryan deserves to have his story heard and believed too.